Ekam, inhale. Dvaya, exhale. Inhale. Chatwari, exhale. Beautiful. Supta, inhale. That isn't Supta, but I'm touching my computer trying to figure something out. There we go. It's very hard for my brain to do two things at once. Like I think I can multitask, but really no. Strong Mula Bandha. Supta, inhale. Ashto, exhale. Nava, inhale. Disha, exhale. Yekam, Dwe, Trini, Chatwari, Pancha, Shat. Supta, Ashto, Nawa, Desha, Yekam, Dwe, Trini, Chatwari, Pancha, Shat. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha, Kachari Mudra. Supta, Ashto, Nava, Desha. Sun salutation, Ekam, Dwe, Trini, Chatwari, Pancha, Shat. Right foot, Supta, Ashto, Nava, Desha. Left foot, Yekarasha, Dwadasha, Trayodasha, Chaturdasha. Panchadasha, Shodasha, Sapapdasha, Ashtadasha. Yekam, Dwe, Trini, Chatwari, Pancha, Shant. Supta. Ashto. Nawa. Desha. Yekarasha. Dwadasha. Trayodasha. Chaturdasha. Panchadasha. Shodasha. Sapaptasha. Ashtadasha. Nekam. Dwe. Trini. Chatwari. Pancha. Shat. Sukta. Ashto. Nawa. Desha. Yekarasha. Dwadasha. Trayodasha. Chaturdasha. Panchadasha. Shodasha. Sapaptasha. Ashtodasha. Inhale, open the feet, loop the toes, arms are straight. Exhale, Padangustasana. Strong front of the body. It's an exhale, hands under the feet. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, Padahastasana. It's an inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, come up. Samastati. Inhale to open. Uttita Trikonasana. Exhale down. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Kachari Mudra. It's an inhale up. Exhale, second side. Nice. It's an inhale up and over, Parivrtta Trikonasana. It's your own exhale to look down. Inhale up and over. Exhale, second side. Parivrtta Trikonasana. It's an exhale to look down. Inhale up. Samastati. Inhale to open. Utthita Parsvakonasana. Inhale up and over. Utthita Parsvakonasana. Nice, Andy. It's an inhale up and over. Parivrtta Parsvakonasana. It's an inhale up. Exhale, side two. Parivrtta Parsvakonasana. It's an inhale up and open. Samastati. Hands are on the hips. Inhale, open. Exhale down. Hands are on the floor. Prasarita Padottanasana A. Take that little scoop. Settle in. Strong toes. Strong fingers. Strong bandhas. It's an inhale, arms straight. Exhale, hands to hips. Hai Kame. Inhale, up. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, arms open. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, arch, lift the chest. Exhale, fold over. Prasarita Padottanasana B. Use your own inhale. Come up when you're ready. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, arms open. Exhale, hands interlace. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold over. Prasarita Padottanasana C. Kame, you have so much space. I want to take about 60 breaths in that position. It's an inhale up, hands move to the hips, lift the chin. Exhale, look forward. Hands stay on the hips, inhaling. Exhale, take the toes. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, elbows bend. Prasarita Padottanasana D. Strong everything. Next inhale, arms come straight, lift the chin, lift the chest in that position. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, come up. Samastati. Parsvottanasana. Inhale, open. Exhale, head to the back leg. It's your own inhale up. Exhale, lado dos. You know what I love? I love when I'm practicing and then it's like there's these moments where I'm really giggly or giddy or, you know, that natural lightness. I really appreciate those moments. It's an inhale up and open. Samastati. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, back. Vinyasa to Pashasana. Knees are together. You can bind them both. If you want to do a variation, I've been faking that Pashasana for months. So today my knees are open and I'm binding one knee. It's a little bit more like Marichyasana than Pashasana. Nice, Mora. Nice, nice, Andy. Nice, Mireya. You can tell which way my head is facing. Good drishti. It's an inhale to look forward. Exhale, second side. It's an inhale to look forward. Exhale back, Vinyasa to Crown Chasana. Left knee folds, right leg is up in the air. Kranchasana A, arms are straight. Chest is high. It's an exhale to touch forehead to the leg. Kranchasana B. It's an inhale, arch, lift the chest, exhale out. Vinyasa or trade sides. Kranchasana A, arms are straight. Chest is high. Kranchasana B, forehead to the leg. It's an inhale, arch, lift the chest, exhale out. Vinyasa to Shalabhasana. Palms face up, fingers are open. All of the fingernails press down onto the floor. It's an inhale, pull the hands forward, flip over the fingertips, exhale, Shalabhasana B, straight elbows is old school. It's an inhale, up, exhale, down dog. Lie down onto the belly. Bakasana. Heels down next to the body. Mula Bandha. After 5 breaths, inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. Come down, lie down onto the belly, grab up the shins, get the hands below the ankles. Inhale to lift up, Dhanurasana. It's an inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lie down onto the belly, lift into Dhanurasana again. Tip right, Parsva Dhanurasana. Open that circle up against the floor. It's an inhale up and over. Exhale, Parsvadanyarasana, second side. One more, full bow. It's an inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Come over onto the knees, Ustrasana. Head stays back, throat stays open. Take your vinyasa. Magha Vajrasana. It's an inhale up. Take your vinyasa. Kapotasana. Kapotasana A, Kapotasana B. Come up when you're ready. Vinyasa, Supta Vajrasana.
Maria, can you show us what you do with the block again? Because that really helped before, and like, I can't remember what it was you did.
She's muted, but she's putting the block behind her. She crosses her hands behind her back. See how she grabs it with her fingertips?
Yeah.
And then she
Okay.
takes it from there. Hi, everybody.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Nice supta, Andy. Nice supta, Maria. Oh my gosh, Kame is magical. She has turned invisible. Oh, and she's back. Oh my gosh, you guys, Kame went and got a log. She's using a log. I love it. I love it. That's so perfect. Nice, Maura, you got it. That's beautiful. And then moving on to two cranes, Bakasana A, Bakasana B. Andy, you can take it up into handstand from there and then drop into plank. Nice, Kame. Maria, 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 Maria. Yes. 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 Beautiful. Nice. Maria, nice too. Andy, Andy, Andy. Bakasana A, Bakasana B. And then moving on into that first twist. Left knee folds, right foot half lotus. Bharadvajasana. Nice crane, Kame. Nice jump back. Take your full 5. Then it's an inhale, look forward. All the vinyasas are optional. Kame, Kame, Kame. I can't hear you. You're okay though. Just keep going. It's just me being a cheerleader for your amazing practice. Here's the, I don't know, I think you've heard the whole cheer, but here's the whole cheer. Kame, 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 4 times, just in case you want to learn it. And then it goes, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. But since everyone knows the cheer, they know what it means. I don't have to do the whole thing. It's an inhale, look forward, you got it. Kame, take that hand under the front knee, take it backward. Yes, 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 exactly, exactly, exactly. Beautiful. Mora, 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 Mora. Maria, 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 Maria. Second twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Five breaths. Then look forward. Bharadvajasana, both sides. Ardha Matsyendrasana, both sides. And there's really no hurry because you know what's next. Nice, 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 nice. Ekapada Shirsasana. There are 15 breaths with the right leg behind the head. First one is seated. Second one is folded forward. Third set of 5 is lifted. Vinyasa, second side. So I find it easier to work on leg behind the head lying down than seated. And I take my strap over my foot and then I loop it over my foot again. So I have a really strong grab around that ankle. And then when I'm getting it behind my head, which that's just a bad use of language because it's not going behind my head, I put it over behind my head and then around the back. And then my right hand, I'm working on my left foot right now. My right hand can grab this and torque it in for me. And I can kind of pin it under my right arm. So that strap is, I don't know if you can see it. It's around my foot, behind my neck, behind my right shoulder blade, and under my right armpit. And then I topple over and enjoy it. Vinyasa Dvipada Shirsasana. 2 feet behind the head. The first piece is balanced on the butt, and then the second piece is lifted 2 feet behind the head, A and B. Dvipada Shirsasana A, Dvipada Shirsasana B. With Mula Bandha, maybe Kachari Mudra. And then there's a Vinyasa Yoga Nidrasana, lying on the back, 2 feet moving to behind the head, 2 calves behind the shoulder blades. Beautiful. And then release the feet, Chakrasana, if you like that kind of vinyasa. Moving into Titivasana, firefly. First one is flying. The second one is standing. Titivasana C is walking. Titivasana D. The hands are interlaced around the front of the ankles. Old school, the heels pointed toward each other. And then Titivasana E. Flying again. Shoot back into your vinyasa. Pincha Mayurasana. Straight up, forearm stand. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, Andy. Nice, Mireya. Nice, nice scorpion, Maria. Yeah.
Kathy, I have to go to a meeting. I love you.
I love you.
Thank you so much.
Nice forearms, hands. I'll see you soon. I love you. Bye, cutie. And on to Mayurasana. Nice, Andy. Beautiful. Andy, do you ever do it with like 4 inches in between your hands?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you ever do it with a little bit of space in between your hands, like 4 inches?
Let me try that.
It might work. It might be super stable. Woo! I almost fell onto my head.
That worked really well. Thanks.
Awesome. Yay.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
Thank you.
Yay, I'm gonna mute again because vacuuming.
Yeah, yeah.
When I grow up, I want to do that too. Beautiful.
You know how, Keme?
I can't. I can't. Not yet. I haven't grown up yet. When I grow up, I want to do it.
So those guys are going to go on to Naprasana. Keme, watch this. This is what I do. I get my boobs out of the way and I try to get my elbows really close together, and they're not close together. If I was a dude, I could just come across my chest and then they would be close together. But anyway, and then I separate my palms about 4 or 5 inches. And instead of sticking my legs out straight in the beginning, I come in like a little butterfly where I just lift my knees up. So that first, yeah, you have to kind of lean forward, let the face be close enough that if we fall on my face, it doesn't break it.
What happens to the people who are like 5'11" and all this body back there? So all this butt and all this body back there.
Yeah, that's like every,
Yeah.
that's like all females. So what you have to do is you have to shorten it, because the men, they have weight in their chest. And, you know, we don't have, I mean, in their shoulders, we don't have that weight way up front. You could put a bag of barbecue chips on your shoulders, But do you see how I got my knees up, but they're not straight?
Yeah.
That's the first position. Just keep the feet. Yeah,
Okay, I gotta work on all this.
well,
I gotta work on that.
I got a lot of that myself. Here's another thing you could do. You could prop your forehead on a block or something and lift your knees up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like usually it's that we don't get far enough forward. Nice
Oh.
horses.
I will. All my stuff is at the RV, so I will get the blocks and stuff today.
Or tomorrow, or sometime. And then the next posture is the Tyanasana. I'm gonna do a lunge. Traditionally, it's right foot in lotus, left foot on the floor. Beautiful. And then gate. The Tyanasana, Parigrasana. Left heel in against the bum. Back side of the body lying down onto that long leg. Nice horse, Mora. Nice. Horse, side one, side two, gate, side one, side two, Gomukhasana A and B, side one, side two. Nice, Kame. Nice, Maria. Supta Ekapada Vajrasana. Beautiful. Nice. And then 7 headstands. Beautiful. Kame, wherever you are, it looks like magic.
I'm at my sister-in-law house in Birmingham.
I love
But
it.
sure
It looks
it's pretty.
so beautiful. Is everybody good?
Yes, yes, they are. And it is pretty. It's like 80, 70 degrees.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right?
Wow.
I'm
Nice.
outside.
Yeah.
I'm
Nice.
outside. I'm telling them, I'm like, this is like magic. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, for
beautiful.
sure.
They're like, don't go outside. It's cold. I'm like, cold.
You're
I'm
like,
gonna do
you
these
don't know what
700.
cold is.
No, they don't. I'm gonna do 7 handstands outside in the middle of December.
Isn't that
Join me.
cool? It's crazy.
That's too cool, right?
It's
That's what
amazing.
you can't beat it. Right? I'm gonna do it.
Nice. Nice lift. Nice. Exit. I've been reading out of Krishnamacharya, His Life and Times by A.G. Mohan. My relationship with Krishnamacharya in his last years deepened much beyond what it had been before the accident, because I had the opportunity to physically assist him and help him in other ways. Desikachar wrote a letter to me from the United States in July 1988, a few months before Krishnamacharya's centenary celebration. In that letter, after thanking me for my great example of devotion and dedication and deep respect to our master, Desikachar added, just as it is hard to find a person like Krishnamacharya, it is equally hard to find a devotee like you. From my perspective, however, I was only offering Krishnamacharya the commitment that a great master rightfully deserved. I felt that I was deeply privileged and profoundly blessed to learn from him, to serve him, and simply be with a teacher of his knowledge and achievement. Students sometimes ask me what was special about Krishnamacharya. I tell them first that he was a spiritual practitioner of rare mastery. That was his primary focus all his life, until his last breath. His practice of yoga and all of his studies were part of this quest for mastery over the mind. Krishnamacharya's thirst for knowledge and capacity for learning were tremendous. He devoted the first 40 years of his life to studying all branches of ancient Vedic philosophy and its related practices, eventually accumulating more than a half dozen degrees, a remarkable and probably unmatched achievement. He was without equal in breadth and depth of knowledge, even in his time, almost 100 years ago. In Krishnamacharya, though, I saw a teacher whose knowledge did not stem merely from degrees and subjects. He had been living a life that embodied the essence of his teachings. He was not merely a scholar who accumulated knowledge of Vedic rituals by reading treatises on them or by performing rituals because they were ordained as ancestral custom. Every day of his life, with unfaltering discipline, he practiced the rituals appropriate for him with deep understanding of their relevance. Some of Krishnamacharya's teachers were great scholars of undeniable merit, but only Krishnamacharya showed interest in practicing yoga. Like him, other students had earned university degrees in philosophy of Samkhya and yoga, but only Krishnamacharya went to the Himalayas in search of a practice. He stood apart with his unsurpassed knowledge and steadfast practice. As a person, Krishnamacharya possessed enormous devotion to the divine. He never wavered in his devotion all through his long life. He never sacrificed his daily worship, even in his last years. However, with characteristic clarity, he did not mix devotion into his yoga teaching unless a student's background made it appropriate or the student requested it. Finally, Krishnamacharya was the primary source in the last century of much of the effective physical yoga that millions of people around the world now practice. It is a matter of sadness to me that he passed away some time before yoga became as wildly popular as it is now. He did not live to see so many people benefiting from the yoga he taught. In a way, this book is a tribute to his perseverance in the face of great odds to promote the practice of yoga. Those who are drawn to yoga begin to practice for various reasons. Many people practice yoga to supplement their exercise routine or as their main form of exercise. Yoga helps them stay healthy and feel well. Some come to yoga because they are unwell and are looking for a solution to their health problems. Others undertake the practice of yoga to gain freedom from stress, to calm their minds, and to manage the pressures of work and family life. To a few, yoga is a business or a profession, and some people consider yoga their spiritual path. When I first approached Krishnamacharya, my foremost interest was to pursue a spiritual path. I wanted to study ancient philosophy, not to earn a degree or a certificate, but to understand and bring it to alive as a practice in my life. The bond between Krishnamacharya and me was cemented not through an arrangement of payment in money or materials, but by my devotion as the student and his regard as the teacher. I learned as much from observing his conduct as by simply being in his presence, as I did from his instruction and lectures. One day at the end of January 1989, Krishnamacharya lay resting on his iron cot, which faced away from the door in his room. As I entered the room, he heard me and asked, "Mohan?" "Yes," I answered. He sat up and remained silent for a long time. I waited. Then he said, "I have lived 100 years. Enough. In those days, if it was a monk, the body should be discarded into the forest for animals. It should be burned if it is a householder. You know this, you have studied about it." I was upset, but I controlled myself and kept silent. I knew what he was implying and that his will was inflexible. "Here," he said, handing me the garland of beads, mala, that he always wore around his neck. "Keep these meditation beads." Both of us remained silent for some more time. Then, reverting to a normal mood, he said, "What is the matter?" I hesitated, and then I asked him, hold on, excuse me. I hesitated, and then I asked him, "What is most important in life?" Krishnamacharya smiled and responded without hesitation, "Ah. I replied lightly, "You are speaking like the sage Vyasa. In the important moment, I wanted to write down what Krishnamacharya was saying, but I found I did not have pages in my notebook. So I wrote on the inside of the rear cover of the notebook, and he explained, money is not important. Arogya, ayas, atma shash, atma satkat, atma sakshatkara. Money is not important. Arogya, ayas, atma sakshatkara. Health, longevity, and a tranquil mind. That was my last class with Krishnamacharya, though I visited him on most days after that for a month. On February 28, 1989, he passed away peacefully. I was among those who bore his mortal remains to the cremation ground. The next chapter says works of Krishnamacharya, and there's a whole list. The 4 books, I mean, there's a bunch of paragraphs, but we don't have time really for all that. So I'll just read you what the list is. The Yoga Makaranda, Yoga Asana Galu, Yoga Rahasya, and Yoga Vali. And then he has other works, Yoga Najalasaram, disciplines of yoga, effect of yoga practice, importance of food and yoga in maintaining health, verses on methods of yoga practice, essay on asana and pranayama, madhumiha, which is diabetes, why yoga as therapy is not rising, Bhagavad Gita, Ayurveda and yoga, an introduction, questions and answers on yoga. Anyway, the list is pretty long on essays. There's 35 essays that he wrote and 4 books. I have 3 of his 4 books. you guys have access to 2 of his 4 books on Patreon. There's 2 PDFs on there of the Yoga Asana Galu and the Yoga Makaranda. Nice back bend, nice closing sequence. Beautiful. Mm. Mm. Nice. Andy, have a great day. I'll see you later.
Thank you.
Thank
Love
you.
you.
I
I'll see you
love you.
tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Beautiful. So you guys, on Instagram, I started following this speech therapist, and I followed her like a year and a half ago or so. And she works with kids who need assisted speech. And sometimes they use a button, like a big button. Not everyone can use a keyboard. So there's a big button and they press it and it'll say lunch or please or thank you or I love you or outside or, like it just has key words so that they can communicate. And it's one of the methods that she uses to communicate with people, and that she teaches people how to communicate, in the way that most of us do. So she took these buttons home and glued them to a board. And I think at first she had 6 buttons, and now there's like, I don't know, 30 buttons or something. And she taught her dog to go over and just press the button. So before they would go outside, she would press the button outside. And then, she might press it again and then they would go outside. So her dog talks to her. And like the other day, her husband or partner or whatever was making a smoothie in the kitchen. And Stella, the dog, went over and was saying his name. His name is one of them, which I don't remember his name, but like, dude, and then stop, dude, stop, stop, yes, stop. And I thought that was hilarious. So anyway, I kind of went down this rabbit hole, and apparently there are many people, and they made these boards that are like interlocking. So you can record onto a button things like treat or, whatever, yoga. And everyone seems to have I love you on there. And the cats are learning to speak. There's multiple dogs and multiple cats, and they're pressing the buttons and saying things like the first one I watched on the cat was treat, treat. And one woman has on one of her buttons, she has scritches for scratching the cat, scritches. And she was busy playing a video game and the cat kept hitting scritches, scritches. scritches, and then stop, like stop what you're doing, scritches. Anyway, all these animals are now communicating in the language that the pet owner speaks.
Aaron would say, pick me up, pick me up,
Yeah,
pick me up.
yeah, you could have up as one of the buttons. It's so cute.
That's too cool.
And
That's too cool.
and that
I
first
know
dog
he
I
is.
started following, Stella, she has like dinner, lunch, water. And the other day she was pressing dinner and it wasn't time for dinner. And so the woman was like, Stella, we're gonna have dinner later dinner. And then she was like, water. And she went over and she was like, oh, Stella, I'm so sorry, your water bowl is empty. And she, you know, picked it up and put water in it and then set it down. And then she, you know, she hit the button, like she communicates with the buttons back to Stella. So she talks to her, but she'll also hit the button to reinforce it. So then she was like, water, yes. You know, like I filled it, like it's full. Water, yes. Anyway, super cute. Yeah.
We
And
knew cats were smart. That's
Yeah.
just proof.
well, and there was this like headline that someone had done a study and they were like, cats are proving scientists wrong. They're not unmotivated. Just because of the way they move, people thought they were lazy. But really the cats are like, hey. Oh, and also both a cat and a dog I saw alert people to someone being outside without having to bark. But I mean, the cat didn't bark, but you know what I mean? The cat was like, oh, and one woman had stranger on as one of her words. And so the grandma came over and the cat went over and hit stranger.
Wow.
Yeah, super cool.
Impressive. Yeah, that they would recognize that.
Yeah, and also that you're using your very own language, which is what you use with your pets, is really your most intimate language. You know?
Cool.
Do I hear birds at Camay's? Oh my
Yeah,
God,
birds. Yeah, a lot of birds. Yep.
so many birds. At first I was
It's
like, what is that
beautiful.
sound? I didn't even recognize it.
It's beautiful. I can't believe it.
Yeah,
I used to live here and I didn't appreciate it. I come back, I'm like, wow,
yeah,
birds in the middle of December.
yeah.
Did they live in the woods, Kimmy?
No, they really, well, sort of no, sort of yes and no. It's a lot of trees in Birmingham, a lot of trees. They're in the mountains. You just never thought about Birmingham being mountainous, but it sits on like a mountain. Shades Crest Mountain. It's just mountainous.
Oh,
Wow.
I didn't realize that.
Very pretty. Their motto was Alabama the Beautiful, because it's like sits on a mountain.
Yeah.
Very pretty. A lot of creeks. It's very pretty. It's very
Wow.
pretty.
Nice.
I don't have any clothes on. It's December.
I know. I
In
know.
Jersey, I wasn't doing this. Jersey, I would be inside.
Yeah.
Is that making you want to stay there?
No, I would never live in Birmingham, Alabama again. No. I'm going to Tampa, Florida. I'm going there. No. I'm going to Tampa,
So
Florida.
fun to visit places, you know?
It is.
It's
It's
so
fun to
fun because
visit.
you can really appreciate everything and you're not stuck.
I'm not stuck, right? Okay,
Yeah.
no. Mm-mm.
I heard that Birmingham is just really racist and it's a difficult place to live.
It was, you know what? I heard that too, but when I lived here, I didn't feel that. And I used to get questions, all that. And it was not. It
Yeah.
was not.
Yeah.
Not
I
anymore
found
than
more racism in Michigan, where I'm from. That was the most racist place I ever lived.
Wow.
But not Alabama.
Yeah.
It's very nice here
I
compared
lived
to
in
Michigan.
Oh, sorry. I lived in Central Virginia for a while, and that area was just appallingly racist.
I believe that. I agree with you. How about that? I agree with you.
Huh.
Yeah, Charlottesville,
Yeah.
actually. So that's why when all that stuff took place in Charlottesville, I was not surprised. I mean, I was still appalled.
I agree
and
with you in Virginia.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And when I
agree
moved
with you.
there in 1984, I think, and the KKK used to have like regular parades down the middle of the street. And I was like, what? Are you kidding me? Like I had no idea such a thing was going on. So
You know
I was
what?
glad to be there.
I grew up in California, and then when I was in college, it was like California was so new and so like edgy and so like, you know, LA was there, and that racism, I thought it was over. I thought racism was over.
Right?
And then as I got out of college and further, like, you know, further into my years of being alive, I was like, oh, that was a really lucky bubble I was in, where no one ever thought about anything. That was a really, really lucky time.
80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. 80s.
80s
Me
in
too.
California. Yeah.
80s too. In
Yeah.
different sectors. Some people didn't catch it.
Yeah.
Some people did.
Yeah.
And some people still are.
A lot.
Yeah. Depends on where you live.
Not around me. Not around me. Like, I feel lucky that, do you know what I feel like? I feel like the people who practice yoga, if they
Right.
stay, like, not who just come in and try to do it for some reason, but the people who actually keep practicing, like, they're
Mhm.
just very intelligent.
Mhm.
You know, they're just intelligent. And there you go. Everything,
That's true.
you know,
That's true.
that's nice.
Yoga people are open-minded
Yes.
and they don't judge, and they just don't. They don't. I don't know if it's just the
Yeah.
yoga itself keeps you open-minded and you don't judge.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable any state, any place. Look, I come online anywhere in
Yeah.
the world,
Yeah.
but I'm welcome in the world. I don't even speak languages. I walk into a yoga class in France
Yeah.
and I'm welcome
Yeah.
in the world. That's a beautiful thing. It's a
I
beautiful
know.
thing. I don't know what it is about yoga, but it is that.
Yeah. I love it.
I love it too.
Okay, I love you both. I have a private that I have to go drive to, so I'm gonna scoot. I love
Okay.
you. I love your birds. I love all the people you love. Love you.
Love
I love you all
Kemi.
too.
Love you, Maria, if you can hear us.
Enjoy your stay in Birmingham, Kemi.
Thank you. I'll
Yeah.
see you all on Sunday.
Awesome.
Good.
Love you. Bye.